For today's morning meditation, we'd like to just read into hearing 4 verses from the book of um, 1 Corinthians. It reads, "Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall." Verse 13, "There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation all also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." Um, I guess for this particular word, I was just want to let you know that your trials aren't custom made. Your trials aren't custom made. There's a tendency when you're going through and having some of the worst times of your life that you think that you're the person that was born out of season, as the world said, born under a bad sign, and that trouble is your theme song, and that you're followed day and night by misery. But what you're going through is what everyone that has walked the face of this planet has to deal with. The things that you're grappling and fighting with are nothing new. You know, we have an enemy that seeks to attack us, but he has very few new tricks. He specializes in repeats. The same thing that he tried to trip your father up with, he'll try to trip you up with. Back to this particular passage of scripture. In verse 11, it said, "Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and are written for our admonition." Yeah, even in passages of scripture, some of the same trials and the same dilemmas that many of the heroes of faith or the stars of the Holy Writ went through, you'll have to face in one form or another. Or even if we're talking about personal examples of some of the saints have been in the way for a long time, they have grappled with some of the same things that you're grappling with on a daily basis. The enemy always wants to make you feel like you're the only one going through. And even on the worst day of your life, where your life seems to be struggle filled, he wants to paint the lives of others as they are, to make them feel like, to make them appear as if they're struggle free. But your trials aren't custom made. The same things that you're battling on a daily basis that you think that's almost taking your breath away, that has you worrying your hair out, others are fighting with the same things. And not only are they fighting with the same things, but some have conquered the thing that you're fighting with. Verse 12, "Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall." Look, there's a school. No matter how much education you may have, there's a school in the streets on a daily basis. The same thing that this person is wrestling with, that is almost threatening to consume him, he'll do the same for you. We have to learn from the examples of others. Your trials aren't custom made. All of us are fighting some type of battle. We're either in a battle, we're uh, we're coming out of a battle, or we're well on the way to our next battle. Your trials aren't custom made. I go to work. There are days that I go into the workplace and I think about all the problems that I'm dealing with and all the struggles that I'm grappling with. And yet, after spending a couple of minutes listening to the stories of others, I realize there are actually literally days by the end of the day that I look up to God and I thank God for sending the particular problems and struggles that He has sent me. The man with no shoes was complaining until he met the man with no feet. In verse 13, which significantly, and this will end this particular meditation, "There have no temptation taken you but such that is common to man." Some of these struggles, some of the things that you're wrestling with are coming over and over. They come to test you. They come to tempt you. They come to take you under. But somebody else, it's nothing new. You got to expect it when it comes. The enemy plays the same tricks over and over and over again. Isn't it bad when you let the same thing that snatched your dad, that snatched your granddad, and now it's about to consume you? Come on, the enemy has no new tricks. We got to learn from the examples of others, and know that our trials aren't custom made. He's got the same old thing. He mass produces trials. The enemy mass produces. That's tweetable. The enemy mass produces trials. There's no originality. The same thing that he tried to take people under with 100 years ago, he's doing the same thing today. He just dresses it up different. The same thing when we talk with young people about some of the things that we didn't learn when we were young, that we're trying to pass on wisdom to them, and they feel like it's that life in this day and age are brand new. It's just dressed up a new way. The scriptures declare that there is no new thing under the sun. Your trials aren't custom made. He said, but he didn't leave us there. He said, there have no temptation taken you, but such that is common to man. But God is faithful. That's the shouting part of this particular text. God is faithful over and over again, no matter how the enemy comes with the same trial over and over again. God has a solution. We have a custom-made solution. God has an answer to every dilemma that takes you. It said God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. No matter, he knows just how much you can bear, my brother, and he knows how much you can bear, my sister. But will, with the temptation, also make a way of escape. Look, your trials aren't custom made. You may feel like you're stuck in it, but I submit to you that our God can deliver over and over again, the way he's delivered all in the hall of faith in the 11th chapter of, I'm having a mental, that's the thing about getting over. All that are contained in the hall of faith in Hebrews, the 11th chapter. He'll do the same thing for you. The old folks used to sing a song, there is no secret what God can do. What he's done for others, he'll do the same thing for you. We have an awesome, awesome God, and God can bring you out. Your trials aren't custom made. The enemy's coming over and over again, but God will have your way of escape over and over again. So don't worry. When the enemy sends the thing at you again and again, God will bring you out every time. My morning meditation. God bless you.